You're listening to Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marci Persky. Do you have one of those neighbors who's really nice to your spouse and ignores you? Yeah, I used to have one of those, but we got rid of her. Marci has made a major improvement in her quality of life, and I see crime potential. So the thing that cheered me up today was that they thanked me for the dinner, and they sent a text, and they sent the very sweetest photos of them with the little baby and the dogs, and they weren't in the bed, so there you go.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, cute baby.
Maybe you should give them a cradle.
I'm telling you, these people, for the last 2 months, every day there's a bigger box with some presumably baby item in it. And the house that they bought looked like something from... what is the baby version of Pottery Barn? Pottery Barn Kids?
No, we don't have that.
They had bought this house from people who had done it up like the Palace of Versailles. If the Palace of Versailles had been designed by the same people who designed the Pottery Barn catalog. The guy was an airline pilot, and he got transferred somewhere. So they had just finished putting oodles of money into this house, and then he got transferred, and they had to sell the house. And so I walked through at the open house because, of course, that's what you do. You want to see what everybody else's house on your block looks like.
Right.
And at first I thought that some decorator had come in and made the whole place look like Pottery Barn. And then I realized that, no, they just wanted to live in a Pottery Barn catalog. And so that's what it looked like. Everything in there was set up for, we are a perfect family. You know that flight attendant? I detested the wife, can I just say? I detested.
I'm sure she's not listening.
I detested. Oh, she would have no reason to listen to this podcast. If she had the slightest interest in this podcast, I might reevaluate her. But she's one of these people who looks you up and down, and if you don't look like a flight attendant, she has no use for you. And I don't mean the current school of flight attendants where you can just look like regular people. I mean like the 1960s come fly me school of flight attendants.
Pan Am.
Yeah, like those women. The women who look like safety hookers, those women.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's got her pilot, to pay for her house. I must have introduced myself to her. I literally lived 2 doors down. 3 times she never said hello to me. Not once. My husband, though, my good-looking, cute husband, she always went. All the beautiful gay men who live on the block, because she's so clueless. She was flirting with them because they're good-looking, and she just was I think twit is the word I want to use here. Just a completely witless, daffy. If there's such a thing as the anti-Berkeley, she's it.
As I say, the Real Housewife of the Friendly Skies.
That would do it, yes. And her husband was really nice. I don't know what he was doing with her, but I don't know. I have no explanation for it, really, other than the fact that she was clearly capable of being nice to men. Men in the neighborhood would tell me how lovely our new neighbor was. And I would just look at them and say, oh, well, glad you think so. Because, you can't just say to random people, she is the most obnoxious that I've met in weeks. I take it personally when someone who lives 2 doors down, I don't expect them to remember my name, but at least wave your hand and say hi when you see me on the street. Like, at least do that. Even in Minnesota, people who hate you when you pass them, if they're your neighbor, they'll take one finger off the steering wheel as an acknowledgement that you exist. This woman, it wouldn't have even raised one finger to say, I know you, I recognize you. I was like a paver on the way to her front door as far as she was concerned. And
I don't give those people 2 thoughts.
I'll tell you what I think. I give them 2 thoughts. I think, I can't wait till we get a really massive power outage and you need candles. And then I remembered that Pottery Barn's got nothing but candles, so I had to revise.
He probably has closets full of candles.
Scented ones, yes. Fruit scented ones.
Ugh. This is making me sad now.
For your lilac candle?
Are
you sad for your lilac candle that your husband made you put outside? Is that what you're sad for?
No, I can't light it anymore.
Okay.
It's not even citrus.
So what were you going to say? I forget now. What were you going to tell me something?
How you have little things that you need to do that you keep putting off. And when you finally do it, you wonder why you didn't do it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
For example.
Everything. Yes.
My glasses have been loose for like literally for the last 6 months, to the point where if I look down, they fall off my face.
That's not good.
No, it's not good. And for 6 months, I've put off going in and getting them adjusted just because it's a hassle. And so today I finally decided, well, I'm going to Colorado and I don't want my glasses to fall off on the airplane. And I went and got my glasses fixed. And my whole field of vision has changed. They're sitting in the right spot on my face. They don't fall off, but it took 6 months.
It's amazing. Little things that can really make your life better that you just put off for no good reason.
Another thing I did today was like a landmark day for me. I went and had a hearing test.
How'd that go?
Oh, it failed it, of course. And I'm getting hearing aids that cost about what you would pay for a used car.
Yeah, that's what
but they
cost.
do everything. They do everything.
Do not lose them. Just do not lose them. Buy insurance.
I paid for the insurance.
Good.
Because I will lose them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the amazing thing was not even like the hearing level, but that ringing that's always in my head.
Can they fix it?
As soon as I put that thing in my ear, it was gone.
No way.
I mean, like, I did not hear it. And I was so sad to walk out of there and have to take off the training,
the training buds.
Training
the
ones.
Training buds. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, I feel bad for you. How long till the new ones come?
Well, they're coming Friday, but we'll be in Colorado. So I'm picking them up Tuesday.
You just made me think of something. There's been all this snatch and grab of high-end clothing and purses and glasses in the big cities. Don't you wonder if they're underreporting a possible snatch and grab crime wave of hearing aids? Because those things cost more than some of the high-end purses. And there's always that secondary market, which would have to be online because you couldn't exactly sell them on the street like they do drugs in my neighborhood, because you'd end up going, hey, anybody need a hearing aid? Got hearing aids. That wouldn't work too well. But online, all are equal. Anyway, you like them and they get rid of the tinnitus or tinnitus. We never know what it's called, do we?
And they're really small, so you don't see them.
Yep.
Because that's always been my biggest. I know this is so vain, but yes, I always pictured those great big giant things that you see, like usually old men with.
Yeah. Well, and then
flesh-colored things behind your ears.
And they go with the hair that's usually growing out of their ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I always thought hearing aids were.
They haven't been for a really, really long time now.
I know they're really tiny and they have Bluetooth.
Yep.
So I can hear like the phone and the TV. Not having that high-pitched scream in my head will be just like, I'll be in heaven. I'll be happy for the rest of my life. And next time I complain about something, you can remind me.
Well, it is kind of interesting, the stuff that makes your life better. And sometimes it's embarrassing to talk about what makes your life better. But sometimes you have to. Like, after you have children, when you have the sneezing and hold the wall problem.
Yeah.
The sneeze or pick up the groceries, and you have to wear like little pads for the rest of your life, you think. And it wasn't really a little thing. It was actually a surgery, but it was like the most delightful surgery I ever experienced, because first of all, the male doctors never believe you. They're like, do more exercises. And I think I don't know if I've mentioned this to you. I finally said to my doctor, listen, if you whiz yourself every time you swung a golf club, you wouldn't be saying do some more exercises. So send me to the surgeon now. So they did. And then I got one of those great moments where you get to embarrass somebody who's embarrassed you. I'm waiting in the gynecological surgery waiting room.
Yeah.
And the intern, the medical school intern, comes in with her clipboard and she calls out, Mrs. Ryder for the incontinence surgery. Nice. And I said, how was your abortion? I said to her. And she looked at me. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think of it. I'll never do that again. I said, I'll bet you won't.
Yeah.
Medical privacy. Ever heard of it? So,
yeah.
So there was that. And then, you have the surgery and then you're like, woohoo, I'm I'm throwing out all the mini pads. You have like a party.
Did you go out and buy a trampoline? Jump up and down?
No, but I was really proud of sneezing. I was like, every time I sneezed, I was like, no problem. Achoo! I rocked that one. No problem. I felt like showing everybody my lingerie. Look, no problem. That was great.
Getting my glasses fixed. No problem.
No problem. Yeah.
Little things.
Little things.
Little things in life.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of feel bad for guys who had vasectomies and then AIDS happened.
Jesus.
I mean, just when you think it's safe to go back in the water, as it were.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to rate this podcast adult.
They're all rated adult.
No, they're not. No.
Oh, on YouTube they are.
Are they?
I said no kids.
Oh,
I banned kids.
Okay, well, good. That was smart of you.
Specifically my kids.
Your kids can listen on the net like everybody else. There was something else I was going to tell you about. I've totally forgotten what it was. Oh, the new moms in the Pottery Barn house really liked the vegan dinner I cooked for them, and they have asked if I'm a vegan. I'm trying to figure out how I want to answer that question. No,
or answer with robust laughter.
Yeah, no or F no.
Yeah. Never in this lifetime.
Not anytime soon. No. I think I told you I did a checkup the other day, and the doctor did the thing about the cholesterol, and she said, well, you know, if you really want your cholesterol to be no problem and not have to take any medication, you just become vegan. And I said, no. I said, give me the pill. I'm not giving up.
I mean, the stuff that Eve eats, and she's not vegan, but like she eats fish made out of vegetables. She eats chicken made out of vegetables. She eats hamburger made out of vegetables. I'm just like, and none of it tastes like what it's supposed to taste like or smells like what it's supposed to taste like. But she pretends that she likes it just because I think she's gritting her teeth and digging in her heels.
Girl has powerful
there's no way
imagination.
You can like that.
Well, I like some of it. I like a lot of it. I just don't like it to the exclusion of other tasty animal things.
Yeah, I need animal things.
I know you do. Steak
I
girl.
do.
Steak girl. She can pretend that that's what she likes the same way she pretended that she belonged in your bed at the age of 15.
That's true. She wasn't 15. She was 12. But
a ghost
she
in
didn't
her
speak
closet.
to him for that. Yeah.
I can't
She
believe you
still
fell
believes
for
in
that.
ghosts.
You fell for that.
My child believes in ghosts. She still believes in ghosts.
Well, tell her it's a friendly ghost and get to know it. And, you know, why is she so standoffish? If there's a ghost in her closet, I remember she said she thought it was your sister's ghost because your sister's ashes were in the shelf of her closet. So tell her, you know, my sister was a really cool lady and you should get to know each other. Good.
We buried her with the cat, remember?
I do remember. Yeah. Great woman comes to a great end.
Yep. I'm sure she's happy.
I'm sure she is.
In eternal life.
And an eternal life with a cat. And who would it? Well, I mean, it worked for the ancient Egyptian pharaohs. Why not your sister?
That's right. And my sister loved cats.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's a happy ending for everybody. Thanks for listening to Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. If you'd like to do us a great favor, please leave us a good review wherever you hear this podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Turi Ryder's She Said What. And you might also enjoy my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air, which you can find any place you buy your books or on Amazon.